Hey, what's going on, guys? It's a busy day here on the House of Orange. Got Lady Vols live post game. This 70-point lead right now as we go on. Men's team plays Illinois later tonight, 5:30 on Fox. But portal season is still hot and heavy. We're covering it as thoroughly as possible. This one hurts me right here because I was so high on this dude. Cam Seldon makes the second running back to enter the portal for Tennessee. Now, I can't sit here and tell you I'm surprised by it. I cannot tell you that I'm a bit surprised. He had the shoulder surgery. He had the injury that kept him out. He just came back right before the season started. And seemed like he was running back too. Got hurt again. Deshaun Bishop took over from there and really took advantage of his opportunities while Cam Seldon was out. And then it seemed Peyton Lewis moved ahead of Cam Seldon as well down the stretch. And again, I hate it. I think the guy has a lot of potential. I like his size. I like his speed. Yeah, there's things we could critique about his running when he's been in games that, he's missed holes and such. But I just felt like there was a lot of talent. To me, the ideal scenario was Dylan Sampson. Of course, I think he's even exceeded what I expected this year. I expect him to have a big year. He's been even better than I expected. With Jalen Wright leaving early last year, Jabari Small, of course, did not use his COVID year. He went on to the NFL as well. But the ideal scenario for me was Dylan Sampson, have his year, go pro after this year. Then Cam Seldon take over next year, have his year, and do the same. Obviously, it's not going to work out like that as Seldon makes the second Vol running back to hit the portal along with Khalifa Keith. And if I'm counting it right now, this makes the 8th scholarship guy to hit the portal for Tennessee. I can't sit here and say that they've honestly lost anybody that is irreplaceable. But still, yet there's guys you lose time to time you don't want. I didn't want to lose Cam Seldon. I'll be honest on that, just because maybe I'm higher on him than others are. But I just felt like the potential is there for him to do good. I'm really curious to see where he ends up. He's from Virginia. Does he go up to Virginia Tech or Virginia possibly? I know Penn State was a big contender. Do they get involved in this one as well? Cam Seldon will be gone. Tennessee's down to, for the bowl game or the playoffs now, 3 running backs? Dylan Sampson, Deshaun Bishop, Peyton Lewis. They've got to figure out this window with the transfer portal. Something's got to be figured. I get it. It's because they got to get enrolled for the semester and stuff. But man, there will be some teams at some point, maybe not this year, but at some point who will get affected by guys hitting the portal when they needed that depth. I don't like that. I think the windows suck on it. It sucked in baseball. I've been big on that one when Tennessee's out in Omaha. They can't host visitors while other teams are hosting them. Now, granted, winning a national championship is bigger than hosting a visit, but still yet. They've got to figure something out with these transfer windows. This is really not affecting the teams who are not in the playoff. It's affecting playoff teams here more than anything, because the regular bowl games are going to be about getting those younger guys reps anyhow. 8th guy in the portal for Tennessee. Of course, I did a video last night. Tennessee does have 2 visitors who are supposed to be on campus. James Thompson from Wisconsin, Wendell Moe, offensive lineman from Arizona, supposed to be on campus. So we'll see, what else comes up. I haven't seen much today. I've been out a little bit. I've missed most of this Lady Vols game, as a matter of fact, but we're still going to talk about it here in about 6 minutes and 52 seconds. But who knows who else may hit the portal at some point. I mean, I think we're in that age where we should not be surprised, not be shocked when somebody hits the portal. As far as Tennessee's portal needs, I'm thinking Tennessee's going to go to the portal for a running back at this point because, again, I think Sampson has to go. I think the shelf life on running backs are probably less than they've ever been. And I think now's the time for him to go. I don't see where him coming back is going to push him up into a first-round pick. Maybe it does. I don't know on that one. But I think, the time is right for Dylan Sampson to go pro after this season. You're going to have Bishop. You're going to have Peyton Lewis. Then you got DeJuan Morris. You got Justin Baker coming in. That's 4 scholarship guys that they're going to have. And I think Tennessee goes to the portal for a running back because, honestly, I don't see really a dominant running back out of that group for next year. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe one of those, or maybe a couple of those guys develop into. I know they wanted DeJuan Morris really badly. Justin Baker is a burner. His skill set kind of reminds me of Dylan Sampson a bit with his speed and the way he can move as well. But to me, Bishop has looked good at times. Peyton Lewis has looked good at times. Nothing to me, though, shows that, at least not yet, that either guy's ready to tote the load in SEC play. Somebody on here had said that Tennessee's offered a running back from Washington State. I'd seen something about him being after a running back from South Alabama. I would venture to say Tennessee's going hard after a running back in the transfer portal. I think that's going to be a big thing, and you're probably going to have to pay for it, but that's the day and age. That's what you need here. Unless for some reason Sampson were to come back, which would be great, but I really don't see that happening along the way. I think they add 1 wide receiver, maybe 2, but I don't think any more than 2. Or I'm sorry, I don't think any more than 2. I think 1 at the most, because they'll have plenty coming back at wide receiver, barring that nobody leaves. I don't expect anybody else to leave, so that means you'll have Brazel, Matthews, Staley back. You add Travis Smith. You add the other 2 freshmen into the mix as well. Squirrel White will be back. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them add 1 guy at wide receiver. Tight end, they're good. Offensive line, 1 to 2. I think interior guys would be good to add. Defensive line, they're obviously they've got James Thompson from Wisconsin. He would make a good pickup. I think they add him. It'll be interesting to see if they lose anybody else on that defensive line to the NFL draft. James Pierce Jr. is going to go. Could a Joshua Josephs, could a Tyree West maybe test the waters, is what I'll be interested to see as well. Plus, you've got other guys graduating also. Linebacker, I think they're good there. Of course, Jalen Smith did hit the portal, but based on who's coming back, based on who's coming in, if everybody stays, that linebacking group's going to be really deep. The main thing with them is going to be continuing to develop. And then the secondary, I could possibly see them going safety, but I don't know that I don't think that's a certainty by any means. You're going to have Jermod McCoy and Ricky Gibson back at corner. You're going to have Boo Carter, Christian Harrison at the start. You get Jordan Thomas back, and he can play safety. So, that could be your answer at safety right there to go along with Turrentine and Jacoby Thomas. Christian Charles, who's worked his way back, did some good things this year. And there's other guys as well. Plus, they've signed a bunch of defensive backs who'll be coming in also. I still think 5 to 6 portal guys is about what I expect. But now, to me, with Cam Seldon hitting the portal, I think running back possibly just went up to the number 1 need for this team in the portal next season. I'll keep you updated best as possible on any other portal news. As soon as this Lady Vols game is over, I'll be back live with you for that, and then be back live this evening, Tennessee-Illinois post-game as well. If you don't tune in, anything else the rest of the day, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Last but most certainly not least, it's always a great day to wear the orange.